Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and Steven Gerrard is the new Aston Villa manager. It's taken Villa no time at all to find a replacement for Dean Smith. They got rid of him on Sunday, and by Thursday they appointed Steven Gerrard to his first Premier League job in management. It's just his second job. Did alright at Rangers, well he did pretty well at Rangers, won them the title, but now he's got his chance in the Premier League. He's a man who looks destined to be the Liverpool manager in years to come. Will this spell at Aston Villa be the perfect middle ground, going from the Scottish Premiership to possibly the top of the Premier League? How will Steven Gerrard get on at Aston Villa using Football Manager 2022? I'm gonna find out. Let's dive into this simulation and see how Steven Gerrard gets on at Villa Park. Right, here we are at the start of the simulation, the start of the season, and Steven Gerrard is the Aston Villa manager. He's replaced Dean Smith, and the Liverpool legend has got his big break in the Premier League. How will he get on? I'm not really sure, I think he might do alright, but I mean, this is Football Manager. He could be sacked by October, and this video could be over within a couple of minutes. I mean, you probably know how long the video is because it says at the bottom. But let's see how Steven Gerrard, come on, load computer, load. There we go. Let's see how Steven Gerrard gets on in his first year as a Premier League manager. How will he get on? Let's find out. Alright, here we are at the end of season 1, and Aston Villa have finished 12th in the Barclays Premier League. It's not even the Barclays anymore, is it? Anyway, Aston Villa coming 12th with 47 points. A pretty good season, to be honest with you. They were only 3 points off Southampton, who came 9th. They were well clear of the relegation zone, 15 points clear of the Saudi-rich Newcastle United, who've been relegated once again in a Football Manager experiment. FM really do not like this Newcastle team, but the important question is Steven Gerrard still the Aston Villa manager? He is! Steven Gerrard has lasted a full season at Villa Park, a full season as a Premier League manager. There's nothing positive going on, there's nothing negative going on. Dynamics are abysmal, that's not great, and he's got a preference to be manager of Liverpool, which is always going to be an issue with Steven Gerrard. He's always going to have one eye on that job. Is it down the road, up the country? I don't really know my England geography anywhere south of Durham, to be honest with you. Is it slightly east of Liverpool? I don't know. Can't be bothered to look at a map, I don't care that much. Anyway, let's see how Aston Villa have got on in the league and cup action. In particular, let's see how he got on against Liverpool. His first game was actually against Liverpool, and it was the Reds who won 1-0, Mo Salah getting the goal at Villa Park. They played once again in the Carabao Cup, and yet again it was Liverpool who won. This time they were at Anfield. It was an emotional return for Steven Gerrard, but his side were beaten 2-1 in the third round of the League Cup. FA Cup, they didn't do very well there either, beaten by Crystal Palace in a 4th round replay. What about the return fixture against Liverpool? It came on the 28th of December, just after Christmas, and once again it was a Liverpool win. But Villa did go 1-0 up. Danny Ings, a former Liverpool striker himself, got the goal. But Steven Gerrard has given Liverpool 3 wins out of 3 in his first season as a Premier League manager. Did he get any big wins? Let's have a little look. West Ham, that's a fairly big win nowadays. Arsenal at home 1-0, Danny Ings penalty. They beat Chelsea 5-0. That is a huge win on the 29th of January. A 1-0 win over Tottenham, Danny Ings yet again. And that appears to be it. But it's all been enough for Steven Gerrard to have a strong-ish first season at Aston Villa. His star player was Ollie Watkins, got himself 9 goals. Buendia's been alright as well. Matt Targett's been solid. Leon Bailly's been good. Danny Ings, the top scorer, with 16 goals. Let's see if he's made any signings in his first January transfer window. Let's have a little look. Matt Grimes from Swansea, Shaq Moore from Tenerife, nice, and Samuel Guijo, I'm probably saying that wrong, from Spartak Moscow. Not a massive amount of money spent, but 3 new players for Stevie G. He'll be hoping to splash a bit more cash in season 2, when he's going to have to do even better than he did in his first season. First season's gone very well. To come 12th, not far off the top half, great from Villa, but Villa have got a fair bit of money to spend. Can Steven Gerrard spend it wisely in Season 2, and can they break into the top half? Let's see how they get on in Year 2. Okay, here we are at the end of Season 2, and Aston Villa are slowly but steadily climbing the Premier League table. This time they've gone from 12th to 11th. They've got a point less, but that's fine. They've gone a place higher, they're in 11th place, and once again, narrowly missing out on a top half finish. Goal difference has cost them a place in the top half of the Premier League. Once again, well clear of the relegation zone, 12 points clear, and they were 10 points shy of getting themselves into Europe. So it's another strongish season for Steven Gerrard. Solid if unspectacular, but I mean, for a club like Aston Villa, that's alright. When you consider how good the teams are in the top 5 and 6, to be in and around the mix of the teams just below that, it's got to be deemed somewhat successful. I mean, you know, would all love to be in that top 6, but it's very, very difficult to get into it. Let's just check Steven Gerrard is still there before we've been praising him to the mini hills and back. There he is, Steven Gerrard, still the Aston Villa manager, and he's got himself a contract extension. He's staying until 2026. The issue is he still has a preference to be the manager of Liverpool, but that's fine. We'll deal with that another day. Let's check the schedule out, see how they got on against the Reds and in the Cups. League Cup, they've gone a lot better than last time. They made it to the quarter-finals where they were beaten by West Ham 2-0. FA Cup, not as good. 4th round penalty shootout defeat to Southampton. What about the games against Liverpool? Let's have a little look. Obviously last time he lost 3 out of 3. How did he get on this time? He only went and won at Anfield. A 1-0 win on the 14th of January after the quarter-final heartache. Danny Ings with a second-minute goal to give Steven Gerrard a win at Anfield. A win that probably hurt him a little bit inside. They met again on the final day of the season. This time though it was the Reds who triumphed. A 2-0 win at Villa Park, ending Steven Gerrard's second season as Aston Villa manager with a run of 5 games without a victory. But it was enough to finish 11th in the Premier League, top of the bottom half. And let's have a little look at who he brought in, see if he splashed any cash. So at the end of last season he brought in Ramon Enriquez, Joaquin Piqueres, and he hasn't actually spent massive amounts of money, but he has brought in some big players. He's brought in Loris Karius from Liverpool, which is a little bit suspect. I mean, come on Steven, I mean, at least pretend you're not trying to help Liverpool out. The big name arrival is Wilfried Zaha though, £19.5 million rising at 26.5, as well as Anwar El Ghazi going the other way. They've also got Pepe from Porto, the legendary centre-back, which is great to see, to be honest with you. Would I want to see Pepe in the Premier League? No, he's an awful bloke. Well, he's probably a nice guy, but as a footballer, God, it's ugly to watch at times. Wilfried Zaha at Aston Villa, a wonderful first season, 8 goals, 4 assists, 4 Player of the Match awards, and an average rating of 7.2. A wonderful season for Wilfried Zaha. Probably the Jack Grealish replacement that Villa need right now, considering things aren't going massively well at Villa Park. Let's check the squad out. Wilfried Zaha, the best player there. Leon Bailly, good as well. Danny Ings, once again the top scorer. This time only getting 12 goals, but it's still a good tally. And the big disappointment is that the Pepe I thought they'd signed isn't the Pepe I thought they'd signed. It's a Brazilian left winger, 6.6 average rating from 5 games, hasn't been very good at all. So not only has he not played very well, he's also made me look like a very silly boy. But that's okay, I've been there before, I can deal with that kind of heartache in my life. It'll happen again, it'll probably happen before we finish this video. But how will Season 3 go for Steven Gerrard? He's gone from 12th, he's gone to 11th, it's going well. Will Season 3 go even better? Let's find out. Okay, here we are, Season 3, and the progress just keeps on happening. Aston Villa are a top half Premier League club. They have finished 10th in the league with 50 points on the board. Once again, it's goal difference that's hindered them. If they'd been a bit tighter at the back, they could have finished 9th, but they've got 50 points, 19 clear of the relegation zone, 14 shy of Leicester in 7th place to get themselves into Europe. But that doesn't matter for Aston Villa, because it's another third solid season for Steven Gerrard, the Aston Villa manager. Still there until 2026, still wants to manage Liverpool, which is just is what it is, isn't it? How have they got on in the Cups? Let's have a little look, see if there's been any kind of success. League Cup, they won the derby against Birmingham in the second round, a big win. Then they beat Forest, then they beat Newcastle in the fourth round. Then it was quarter-final disappointment once again, losing to Manchester City on Boxing Day, which is a strange day for a cup quarter-final, but whatever. FA Cup, they crashed out of that early, losing 4-1 to Arsenal in the third round. Liverpool in the league, they lost 1-0 at home to the Reds. In the return fixture, it was another defeat, losing 2-0 at Anfield. So normal services resumed against Liverpool. Steven Gerrard just giving them points willy-nilly. And it looks like it's been a very inconsistent season for Aston Villa. A few good patches of results and then a string of defeats. A couple of good results, then a couple of defeats. Very inconsistent, but enough for Aston Villa to finish in the top half of the Premier League. Once again, they haven't spent a massive amount of money. They've not really spent that much at all. £45.5 million spent. The big signing being Isaac Shabangu from Anderlecht. 21-year-old Congolese left winger. How's he got on? 4 goals in 15 appearances. Not bad for the £29.5 million man. The other signings, not really that expensive. Aaron Hickey there, arriving from Bologna. But I'm quite surprised that Aston Villa haven't quite splashed the cash as I thought they would. I mean, they've even got rid of Danny Ings, who's been the star player for Aston Villa. It's been the big signing, Isaac Shabangu. I mean, he's only played 16 times. Behind him, Leon Bailly's been good, Buendia's been good, Axel Zagadu's good, Martinez. Even little John McGinn there, 5 goals. Who's been the top goal scorer? It's been Zaha with 8. So goals look like there could be an issue for Aston Villa, especially with Danny Ings leaving the club. But they are now in the top half of the Premier League. 3 years of steady progress from Steven Gerrard's side. 12th, 11th, 10th. And the more they improve, the more the expectations are going to go up. They've got to keep improving. They're doing it slowly. They're kind of doing it the right way. They're not walking before they can run. But in Season 4, we need to at least see a little bit of cup progress. Maybe a bit further than a quarter final. Something to shout about for the Villa faithful. Can they even do better than 10th? Quite possibly. Let's simulate a year into the future. Let's find out. Right, here we are in the summer of 2025, and while once again Aston Villa have been solid mid-table, 11th place with 51 points, narrowly missing out on the top half, there has been a change in the dugout. Steven Gerrard is gone and replaced by a Villa legend, the England manager no less, Gareth Southgate. He's the new man at Villa Park. What happened to Steven Gerrard? He was sacked after 3 years, 131 days on the 4th of December 2024. Let's have a little look at the Premier League table, see what the state of play was on that day. Were things that bad that Villa needed to sack the manager? Let's have a little look. I mean, after a steady-ish start, they got as high as 9th. They beat Crystal Palace on the 26th of October. Then after that, they went on a horrible run of defeats. On the 4th of December, they lost to Leicester City. That dumped Villa in the relegation zone in 18th place. And apparently that was enough for the Villa manager to be relieved of his duties. He was sacked, replaced by Gareth Southgate. Southgate steadied the ship, taking them back up to where they normally are. And this seems like a very harsh sacking on Steven Gerrard. Yes, it was a bad run there of 5 straight defeats, but I mean, surely they could have bounced back from that. Let's have a little look, see if they were doing alright in the Cups. I assume they probably weren't. League Cup beaten in the 3rd round by Brentford. He did start the season with a win at Anfield, winning 1-0, John McGinn with the goal. But there's that run of 5 games that cost him his job. Defeats against Man City, Everton, Newcastle, Fulham, and finally Leicester, ending the time of Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa. Now the question is, has that dented his future Liverpool aspirations? What I'm going to do now is, now that Steven Gerrard's time at Aston Villa is over, I'm going to go, let's say 5 years into the future. We'll go to the summer of 2030, I just want to see where Steven Gerrard is. Will he be the Liverpool manager like normally happens on these FM22 simulations? His reputation probably took a little bit of a pounding here by getting the sack at Villa, but maybe that won't have mattered. Let's go to 2030, let's find out. Right, here we are another 5 years into the future, the 10th of June 2030, and as you can see, Steven Gerrard isn't the Liverpool manager, and it looks like his reputation has took a real hammering after his time in the Premier League. He spent a fair bit of time after the game. He spent 3 years just sitting outside the job centre, seemingly. He went to Nottingham Forest for a year. He was there between 27 and 28. Was he sacked? Let's have a little look at Forest. He was sacked after just 108 days, which is pretty appalling, to be honest with you. Now he's unemployed once again in the summer of 2030, and he's wanted by Blackburn Rovers, which doesn't really sum up Steven Gerrard's career very well. Most of the times in these simulations, he gets the job at Liverpool eventually, but in this incarnation, by 2030, he's struggling just to get a job in the Championship. Is this move to Aston Villa going to work out? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.